This is the 2025 Lexus GX550 Overtrail Plus, and it's Lexus's most off-road worthy GX model. It's also one of the most expensive trims. So today, I'm going to test it and see how it copes with dirt, rock, and asphalt. The 2025 Lexus GX550 Overtrail Plus is geared towards off-road enthusiasts. So you lose some convenience-oriented items like electric running boards. Instead, you get these solid rock rails. Then you also lose the third row because nobody takes their kids out here, and you need more room if you're on that wild camping trip. And if you want 3 rows, get a Lexus TX. But it doesn't lose all of the comfort packaging. You get park assist if you can't park. You also still get massaging seats. Looks-wise, I think the GX550 looks pretty damn good. It's still got the big Lexus spindle grille, but it works, and I think it looks way less ungainly than the Land Rover Defender. So starting from the front, you get this sort of clamshell hood and then a really low belt line, which gives you really good visibility from the windshield and then also from these side windows, and then the design sort of steps up a little bit from the C-pillar. I think it looks great. And then back at the front, you get these really sort of purposeful bulges on either side of the hood. LED headlights are standard on this car, and you get these spotlights right here set into the bumper. Under the hood, you get a 3.4-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder engine. It's good for 349 horsepower, 479 foot-pounds of torque, which is 48 horsepower more and 150 foot-pounds more than the outgoing V8. Driven through an excellent 10-speed automatic transmission, all 4 wheels are driven through a Torsen all-wheel drive system. There's no hybrid option yet, but rumors are that the 4-cylinder turbo from the Land Cruiser is coming fairly soon. I wouldn't choose that one. This V6 is great, not only for off-road, but for when you're on-road, cruising on the freeway. It's got tons of power. So Lexus fits these Toyo Open Country all-terrain tires. They're actually pretty decent. They're 265/70s. Total diameter is actually 33.5 inches. So the GX gets the Trick EKDSS suspension system, which basically can disconnect or reconnect the sway bars automatically when the vehicle feels that it's necessary. Now, on non-EKDSS vehicles, the wheel travel is around 22 inches. On this one, it's 24. It's also got lockable center and rear diffs. It's got the multi-terrain select, the multi-terrain monitor system, a crawl control system, and a downhill assist system as well. The approach angle is set to be 27 degrees. The departure angle is 22. It does kind of stick out a little bit here. And it has 8.9 inches of ground clearance, which is really its only kryptonite, because that's not a whole lot. But it does have a whole lot of body protection underneath. So not having a third row is actually a blessing on this vehicle because you get a lower load floor and therefore more space behind the rear seats. 46 cubic feet instead of 40 cubic feet. Put these seats down and you've got closer to 90 cubic feet of space. And then under here you get a full-size spare. This one comes with a tow package, and it will tow up to 9,000 pounds. So how much is it? Well, the GX550 Overtrail Plus starts at $75,900. It's got a couple of options. There's a head-up display for $900. The excellent Mark Levinson sound system is $1,140. And this premium paint, which really blends into the background here, is $500. You also get this off-road roof rack for $1,580. And then these rock rails that I mentioned earlier are $990. Add all that up, you get a total of $84,575. It's pretty spacious in the back. You get a little control here so you can recline these seats a little bit. Not too bad. Decently comfortable. Nice super soft leather. There's an armrest with a couple of cup holders. Space in the back. The rear seats outboard are heated. And then there's a couple of power points right here for USBs. and then a couple of air vents to keep you cool or warm. And then you also get a little shade here for when it gets too hot. Pretty nice. Very nice up front too. Classic sort of Lexus layout here. Nice big fat armrest. Really nice seats. These again are massaging in the front. Multi-way power. You got a lumbar support. Really comfortable. Nice steering wheel. And the best part is Lexus, and we'll go into this in a second, gives you lots of physical controls. So as you'd expect from Lexus, the fit, finish, and touch points are all really nice. Everything feels great. There's a little bit of hard plastics, but it's usually buried really low down where you're not really going to see it at all. Dominating the center stack is this 14-inch touchscreen. It's got Toyota's latest software. It works really well. You've got Apple CarPlay and you've got Android Auto. Now, some of the climate controls do require you to use the screen, but heated seats, one push, they're on. You get a physical volume button, and then these little dials here for the temperatures. It's easy to adjust on the move. You know, Lexus is known for its attention to detail. This I find quite amusing. You do have two USBs right here, but then when you push that down, it reveals what is normally a fairly ugly 12 volt, but they put this tiny little, funky little door, and it's got a dampener on it so it closes and opens slowly. Get 6 drive modes: Eco, Comfort, Normal, Sport S, Sport S Plus, and Custom. This is your drive mode button. Behind your shifter is a tow haul button, traction control on or off. Then this is your MTS system. And so you get choices of auto, dirt, sand, mud, and deep snow. When I came up here, I just set it to auto because it's just easier to let it just simply do its own thing. Here are your low and high ratio settings. So you can go from H4 to L4. You've got to be in neutral to do that. Simply push down and go into L4. Now in H4, you can actually select the downhill assist control and the crawl control. It's like an automatic system to control your speed, either going downhill, on the flat, or uphill. Once you're in DAC crawl, you can use the mode selector right or left to control your speed. This one comes with a cool box. And then finally down here is your view camera, and it gives you multiple options, but it really is good for when you are off-road like I am right now, and it'll also tell you a level of tilt, incline, etc. All right, so we're already in the mountain area with some hills and stuff. Let's challenge this GX550 Overtrail Plus. All right, so I got the center diff lock locked. Let's put it into MTS, into low range. You got to be careful turning with that diff lock locked. Let's take it easy here. Cameras are on. Let's head out to see how this GX550 Overtrail Plus does. We should probably just increase the speed just a little bit. All right, so there's 5 levels of crawl, and we're in level 3. I feel like we should give it a little bit more. Otherwise, we'll take forever to get down here. All right, so I'm going to stop right now and turn off the crawl control. We're still in MTS. We're in 4 low. Middle center diff is locked. And there's a little challenge here. This will also be a challenge for ground clearance. All right. Approach angle, good. Departure angle, good. All right. All right, challenge number 2 is this. Now, I'm going to go up the right-hand side of this because it's kind of rutted, but I'm not even going to I'm just gonna go for it, whatever. And there we go. The system is very, very good. So these seats have got extra bolstering in this model over the other GX models. And they've been specifically designed to reduce head toss. Now it's okay for the driver usually because you've got a wheel to hold on to, but the passenger usually gets tossed around. So here we are at the more difficult spot. Let's see how this Lexus GX550 does on this bit. Looks like we've got a soupy looking water crossing to navigate. Surprised to see any water here. Figured it out, look at that. It's leaning, just a little. Okay, you're good. Straighten up a little. Okay, that's good. Keep going. A little bit that way. Okay, you're good. Straighten up a little. Keep going. A little bit that way. Okay, straighten up. Slow. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll go and give it a bit of a test on some tarmac, some paved roads, and see how it does. All right, let's not forget to turn off the center diff lock. Get off this little off-road section here and see how we go with these paved roads. So I have it in, let's select a drive mode here. I feel like Sport S is probably the Goldilocks choice. Sport S Plus is a little bit aggressive for this kind of car, but I do like how it drives in Sport S. So here we are. And it is very smooth on paved roads. And that V6 sounds good. So when I drove the Land Cruiser, I do like the Land Cruiser, but God, I wish they offered this V6 in the Land Cruiser. So I usually drive these Lexuses in the adaptive cruise mode. I kind of like it because it's braking for me. It's kind of like it's got regen braking, only it doesn't. And then 0 to 60, the horsepower, you know, is in the 300s, yet the torque is 470 plus. The torque makes itself known. It's really nice to drive. Tons of power. Doesn't really get good gas mileage. I don't know if you can see 15.1 miles to the gallon. That's not very good. So acceleration is brisk, I must say. It definitely gets out of its own way. All right, let's hop on the freeway. In this case, it's not a freeway. You have to pay a toll. Zero to 60 takes around 6.5 seconds. Quite a lot of wind noise, but it is shaped like a brick. So top marks to Lexus. When I first drove the GX550, they did not have the Overtrail Trim available, neither the regular one or the Plus one. So now I'm kind of glad that I got my hands on it. And it is a very good car. Very happy with it. So what do we think? Well, this is not a Bronco, it's not a Wrangler, but it's a Lexus that's really, really good off-road. It just doesn't quite have the clearance for what it needs. Maybe an air suspension or something would solve that problem, but God, it's really good. It drives like a limo on tarmac, and you know what? In my opinion, it beats the Land Rover Defender. Once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video.